Now let's talk about the other pitching position, the set position. From the set position, the pitcher is required to have his pivot foot in contact with the rubber. It can be entirely on the rubber or partially off the rubber as long as it's touching it. Many pitchers start with about half their pivot foot off the rubber. This is completely legal. The pitcher may work off either end as long as he has contact with the rubber when he assumes his set position.
What about the free foot? The free foot must be in front of the rubber. There is no other foot position that's legal for the free foot if he's pitching from the set position. From this position, he may bring his hands together and assume the set position. But he must bring his hands together before delivering the ball to the batter. From this position, he cannot go from here to there. However, he could step from here to there and attempt to pick off. But from this position, he has not completed his requirements for the set position yet. He must bring his hands together and come to a complete stop before he delivers the ball to the batter. Now, he may opt to take a preliminary motion known as the stretch. That's strictly his option. He doesn't have to do that. He can simply do this. He may do this. He doesn't have to move his free foot at all in this motion. But he must come to a stop before he delivers the ball to the batter.
Here you can see that the pitcher has assumed a legal feet position for pitching from the set. His pivot foot is in contact with the rubber, and his free foot is legally positioned in front. He has taken his sign with his hand behind his back, and from this preliminary position, he must bring his hands together and stop before delivering to the batter. After coming to his complete stop, he has three options. 1, he may deliver the pitch to the batter. 2, he may step and throw to a base. Or 3, he may legally disengage the rubber by stepping backward with his pivot foot first.
Now, when the pitcher is in his set position, there are 2 or 3 things he must do, and you as the umpire are going to require him to do. 1 is that he must come to a complete stop. He must come to a complete stop. And how do we define a complete stop? In professional game, it's not a change of direction. If it were a change of direction, that's a change and that's a change. That's 2 changes of direction. So that's not the definition we're going to use in professional baseball for defining a stop. What I'd like to see you enforce is him reaching the bottom of his preliminary motion, the stretch, before the lower body starts up. Let's see if we can demonstrate it here sort of in slow motion. I've reached the top, I'm coming down, I'm going down, 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 and now the lower body, the free foot starts up. If I were to start the lower body up before I reach the bottom of my stretch, that would not be considered a stop. Let's bring Steve in and let him demonstrate.
Here the pitcher is positioning his feet in the proper set position. The pivot foot is on the rubber and his free foot is in front. He takes his sign with his pitching arm at his side. He stretches and he brings his hands together for a complete stop. He lifts his free foot and initiates the pitch to the batter. That was definitely a complete stop, as you'll see in this replay. You'll notice he has stopped at his belt and his free foot is still planted on the ground. And now you see the knees bend and the free foot starts up. Clearly a complete stop. He made a discernible stop in front of his body as the rule requires. How do we define the body? Well, in professional baseball, we define the body as head to toe. Here, he has stopped at his waist. In this one, he stopped opposite his chest. And this time, he stopped in front of his head. Now, if you're playing under professional rules, these are all legal positions. A pitcher is not required to stop in the same place each time. He may stop at a different spot if he chooses. Also, a pitcher may use a different motion each time as long as he meets all the legal requirements. For example, he may stretch one time and then on the next pitch simply bring his hands together. Or he may step with his free foot when he stretches and then leave his free foot planted the next time. As the umpire, you must also be alert to the possibility of the pitcher changing the speed of his delivery. A pitcher may vary the speed of his motion as long as you do not consider his delivery a quick pitch. And that's a pitch designed to catch the batter off balance or before he's reasonably set.